My name is Schlatt, and teleportation is the greatest superpower ever invented. And I'm joined today by Jaiden Animations, who thinks transformation is the right one.
And I'm gonna be judging them. What are my qualifications? I do competitive debate. Yes, it's a thing, and I'm gonna tell you which one of them deserves the win. The small things they could have said to completely tip the scale, all while attempting to be entertaining. I hope this doesn't give off the vibes of a grown man judging two kids fighting. Anyways, here we go.
What's the extent of your teleportation power?
This is a good question. Defining the scope of a debate is called modeling, and it's done at the start of round.
Teleportation, you go anywhere at any time instantly. Okay, let's say you can take one item with you and then all your clothes, so you don't wind up somewhere naked.
Okay, that's fair.
And now what's transformation?
I figured you could turn into like any creature, any human.
Fuck, okay.
It's an organism. It's a living organism.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think both are fair too. The purpose of a model is so that your opponent cannot just pull definitions out of the rug and completely change them later on into the debate.
Now this is obviously not as good.
Ooh, we're actually getting into the argumentation now.
You ever think about doing crime?
Occasionally, I suppose.
What kind of crime?
Just a little,
Petty crime?
possibly. What kind of crime are you thinking of?
I'm thinking felony level crime.
How? I get this is funny, but what you want to strategically do in debate is lead with your strongest point. Let's see where this goes.
I could easily kill so many people with teleportation. It would be so easy for me to kill anybody and as many people as possible.
Man, I love the way he stares straight into the camera as he says that. I've always wondered what would happen if you actually put YouTubers in a formal debate tournament. I mean, that would be the funniest thing ever. If any of y'all ever want to organize that, hit me up.
Well, I can murder so many of them.
And that makes you happy. That's what you wanted. That's what you want to do.
I'm saying it could be useful if I needed to, and that's why it's better. You have to like transform. If you want to kill somebody, what do you have to do?
Turn into bear.
Turn into a bear.
Oh, lion! I'll just turn into a simple lion.
The bear has to go there, and then there's a chance that you die. Teleportation, I'm in, I'm out. I'm in with my knife.
What is this danger situation?
I'm in with my gun. That is loaded now.
So basically what they're talking about here is what is the other way in order to achieve this goal? What is the alternative way to do the same thing? The person who wins is typically the one who can convince the judge that their method is the best. And currently, I think I'm leaning more on Schlatt's side.
We'll be good. We'll be good, I think. Teleportation. I teleport in with that thing.
Yeah.
I appear. Goodbye. I'm gone. I'm
What
gone.
benefit is this? You're using this power for just straight up evil.
Anything. You can be a hitman.
What's the good? What can you use it for
What
good?
are you gonna do for good? You just said I turn into bear and kill somebody. I could kill so many people in seconds. It would be so easy. How many people could you kill?
Why would I want to kill people? This isn't how many people can I kill with this awesome superpower.
Stop virtue signaling. You would kill somebody.
I would kill someone for the greater good of the people.
So what Jaiden effectively does is change the weighing metric of the round, i.e. even if your argument is true, it is not important. What she does here is compare, hey, is killing people that important? Probably not. The greater good is important. Even if you win on the ground that it is easier for you to kill people, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because I don't care about killing people. It's a useless skill.
Okay, what is something you could use transformation to be good at?
You can go to maybe a little kindergarten, a little daycare, turn into a cute little rabbit, and make all the people, all the little kids happy.
And it's just you in a zoo with people watching and you're charging admission and you're just shape-shifting all day?
I can turn into like what, a deer and have people ride deer.
That sounds absolutely miserable.
It's for the good of the people.
You're just gonna turn into animals.
Jaiden starts her argumentation with illustration, which I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. The problem here is she leaves it as illustration and doesn't actually do any real analysis as to other scenarios or other cases in which you can actually use transformation. The impact of that is then it doesn't really apply anywhere else. The impact of her argument is relatively small in scope because she has only described this one situation in which she can use her power and nothing else. A better way to go about this argument is possibly to go like, hey, I'm better because I can bring happiness to other people and that results in the greater good of, humanity, society, whatever. With teleportation, it is relatively hard to entertain others. However, using like XYZ, whatever, children methods, it is easy for me to make other people happy and that is something that is good.
Hold on. You know how people will see like a bird and then be like, Grandma.
This grandson around, being his grandma.
Yeah.
That's a business model that I would set up and happily do.
Exactly. And my business model is doing things at a much higher capacity, with much more important things.
Now what they're trying to do is basically characterize what are the incentives of the actors being themselves. By talking about a business model and whatnot, they're directly implying that, hey, it is ourselves that we should care the most about in this debate. Because of that, Schlatt is effectively able to turn around the weighing metric of greater good. Let's see what happens.
How about I just teleport and get the fucking animal and then put it down in front of the kids?
The animal is me. Well, you're gonna just steal me?
I could get so many of them. I could get so many, just regular rabbits, and then plop them down in front of the kids.
Jaiden here is trying to become the prerequisite of Schlatt's argument. If successful, Schlatt's argument would not work without her being there. However, I don't really think that it works in this argument, but I still do buy Jaiden's mechanisms of being able to control herself in animal form and being able to make the children happy that way.
And then I don't have to do any of the work. It takes me 5 seconds.
Why do you need teleportation for
Quicker.
that? Oh, okay.
There's a concept in debate called mutual exclusivity, which basically means, hey, can I achieve the same impacts as you? Because even if I need to take a little bit more time or effort, insofar as I can achieve the same impacts of you and do the same things, in the grand scheme of things, your argument matters very, very little because I can do the same things.
So you have all the rabbits, and then what?
Jaiden, you just said, I want to make a zoo so that little kids can be happy. They'd fall into the cage and you'd have to be shot and killed.
No,
Yes.
because I wouldn't.
You'd be like Harambe. A little stupid kid with their parents would drop their kid into the cage and you'd be shot to death.
Nuh-uh. Well, I'll just turn back and hands up like I didn't do it.
You'd be a gorilla. You couldn't talk.
I am. I can still talk.
So now the weighing metric kind of becomes, hey, who is the least likely to die here? Now, obvious refutation to Schlatt's argument is just, look, you can probably just transform back anytime, okay? You don't have to stay in monkey form if you really were in a life or death situation. You transform back, or you transform into a bird or something, and you would just get the hell out of there. Why would you stay in that form?
So you're also using this for profit. And that's what you think of when you think of, oh, what could I use this power for? Why is it useful? Is that to make money? Or is it about the children? Because you keep talking about this business model.
Look, I think as a human, doing something for profit and doing something for greater good can coexist, okay? They're not separate concepts. I can achieve both at the same time. Plus, Schlatt doesn't actually tell you why those two things cannot coexist. For example, he could have said that, hey, personal incentives kind of get in the way of doing the greater good. Which impact you want to achieve, you have to choose between A or B. But he kind of just leaves it at that.
No more commutes.
Yeah.
Instant vacations. Instant usefulness for anything you want. You can do this. You can do it. You can just do it.
I think this part's actually quite good, because what Schlatt does is give you multiple mechanisms, also known as reasons, as to why his argument is true. This is actually something that is done very frequently in competitive debate, where somebody gives you multiple reasons and multiple impact as to why their argument works, so that even if you knock down one of them, as long as the other two are still standing, the argument in of itself still stands.
Okay, so yeah, that's great and all, but I think the transformation, you get to live life and experience more things. If you want to go and fly around the Grand Canyon, if you want to go explore Mount Everest, just see anything in the world. You can just go do that up close, take as many pictures as you want, wherever you want. It's an exploration power.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff.
Your power is the same human experience. This is just experiencing something no one else can. If I want to be a tiny little mouse, see what it's like to live with the groundhogs, I can just do that.
Lame.
I can be a little snake, see what it's like to have a bunch of little spines in my
Stupid.
Eat a giant, my jaw will unhinge.
Dumb.
Oh, you'll just have to imagine.
This debate ultimately boils down to convenience of life and experience of life. Schlatt says life would be a lot easier if you had teleportation. Jaiden says that life would be a lot more fun if you were able to turn into an animal and transform.
I'm just saying, I'm in no rush. I just want to experience life as a giraffe, see what it's swallow a leaf and experience that once in a while.
More efficient my way.
Honestly, at this point, I'm 100% going for Jaiden. She has completely just convinced me that transformation is better, because what she's done is prove the mutual exclusivity of the powers of transformation. Throughout this entire debate, they talk about, hey, efficiency, hey, like making other people happy. And in ways, both powers can achieve both of those impacts. However, transforming into other things and experiencing those animals for yourself, that is something that Jaiden has proved that only transformation can bring you and teleportation cannot. For that reason, I weigh this a lot higher above other things.
Any last words before we put this one to rest too?
I understand that the teleportation, it's more versatile. I'm just saying, I'm in no rush to be doing everything all at once. I just want to live life, see what it's like being an elephant, have a trunk, maybe like fly around as a bird. That's all I want in life.
And to all you loners out there listening, transformation does not exist, and that mindset will leave you poor and unhappy your whole life. You need to be hustling, you need to be scamming, you need to be making as much money as possible so that when you retire, you can live off of your investments at a 3% withdrawal rate.
Sure.
Thanks so much for watching. Did Schlatt win, everybody?
Okay, great. Now that the debate is over, what do I actually think about it? So I think that Jaiden won. Probably not by much, but the reason as to why I think so is because she ultimately convinced me that the experience of living life as an animal and being able to do all of these things that you've never done before is probably more fulfilling than like getting rid of mild other inconveniences through teleportation. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. Tell me if you want to see more analysis. I'm always up for debate if you want to just throw an opinion out into the wild. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I will probably do more. See ya! And also please subscribe. Thanks.